which compresses the rib cage. The difference between her and the Kion women wearing the rings is that the latter began this ritual at a very young age before their bodies had physically matured. Given that Sydney was already a 25-year-old, and her body had matured meant that the process was going to be more difficult for her. However, she kept going, and as the woman kept adding more rings, there were more problems to face. Because of her obsession, Sydney was even featured in Ripley's Believe It or Not comic books. It was clear that her story was unique enough, and from then on, she became a little more well-known as her story received worldwide attention. She used to post on her social media page whenever she added a new ring. Her coils were changing her appearance, but it was also taking a toll on her body. She had a total of 15 rings all around her neck, and they weighed almost 5 pounds. Carrying around 5 pounds every single day for 24 hours and doing daily chores is not an easy task. At some point, the giraffe woman realized that she would have to remove the rings from her neck. During an interview, she said, "I could not function properly as a long-neck woman with 15 rings around my neck in the US." The pain wasn't just physical but emotional as well, as Sydney felt isolated and introverted from the rest of society. She could no longer take the physical or emotional toll, so she finally decided that it was time to remove the coils. Even after removing them after almost 5 long years, the woman has maintained her persona of a giraffe woman. There were a lot of bruises on her collarbone and stiffness around her neck region. But her doctors were pleasantly surprised to see that she was healing up quicker than anticipated. Sydney even said that her neck had gotten incredibly weak, almost like arms on a toothpick. Sydney says that she has no regrets about what she did. Her neck is longer than it was before she started stretching it, which is what she wanted all along. The doctors told her that her neck probably wouldn't go back to its original length, which was okay with Sydney. Just a year after she took the rings off, her doctors gave her a clean bill of health. Her neck muscles had strengthened on their own, and the bruising was gone. Fortunately, there was no long-term damage. However, Sydney Smith is not the only human being on Earth who has crossed limits to achieve their obsession. Ukrainian model Valeria Lukyanova is also known as the human Barbie doll. She had always wanted to be like a Barbie doll and turned herself into one by spending thousands of dollars. But, Valeria claims that her doll-like appearance is completely natural and only had one procedure done, a chest enhancement.